So my TD was at the intersection of I-71 and Dana. The name I gave it is the Dana Commons. Okay, so a little bit about the site context. The proposed Dana Commons TOD is partially located within both Evanston and Norwood along the Wasson Way Trail. The site is attractively located adjacent to I-71, which provides good access to residents who might, or other people who might want to come to the site from outside the neighborhood. It's also close to the Capstone Park office campus, which is located right here. There's currently one building that is done with this development, and there's 3 other buildings that are proposed right now. And also a key element is the site is in close proximity to Xavier University. Some of the existing conditions of the site. Dana Avenue is the primary road that runs through the area and main access point or off of. Dana Avenue currently consists of 4 lanes with limited walkability, and there are hardly any pedestrian crossings, which make it difficult to access from Evanston to where my proposed site is. The majority of the site is currently zoned general manufacturing north of Dana Avenue. Some of these businesses include Duke Energy, Cincinnati Bell. There's a former furniture manufacturing building that's currently vacant. So obviously this is essential to know because obviously this would have to be rezoned, this area, as part of the development. South of Dana Avenue is as I mentioned before, the Capstone Park office campus and the Evanston recreation area. So here are some photos. This is Dana Avenue with heavy parking, Cincinnati Bell. This is, I believe, the Duke building. And then right here is the building that currently exists of Keystone Office. Concept diagram and my overall vision. So the principles of my vision statement are to create a vibrant mixed-use TOD characterized by public plaza, improve access between Evanston and Norwood, and connect Dana Commons to the Keystone Park and Evanston recreation area by strengthening the Dana Avenue corridor. So just to go over my concept diagram a little bit. Right here is where the PDF kind of shrunk. So right here is the plaza area. Proposed development over here is office space close to the ramp in I-71 with visibility. These orangish buildings would be proposed mixed use, first floor retail, 2nd through 4th floors would be residential. Parking structure right here, 4-story garage. This is the Dana Avenue. Up here is Lexington that goes like this and then comes down. Improving the access points would be this main intersection, which the focus of my concept is creating like this strong access point from Evanston Avenue, which connects the office park and the recreation area to the development site. These are the major access points off of Dana Avenue, and then minor access points would be off the less traveled Lexington, where people can enter the site. And along with this access right here, this area right here is where a transit stop would be. So all of this would be connect and allow people to easily, workers from the office campus want to go over to this development to grab a bite to eat or enjoy the luxuries of the site, and then also maybe hop on the transit stop. A little bit about my methodology and how I came up with this. So I identified the existing buildings that would have to be demolished or removed to make this site feasible. That included demolishing the Duke, Cincinnati, Bell building, the vacant furniture building. The proposed new building footprint, as I mentioned before, office area, mixed use. Previous slide, I forgot to mention the brownstone apartments that would also be right here, and right here, close to the Wasson Way Trail. So, proposed circulation. Here's I-71, major highway, which will provide good access to get off of and enter the site. Evanston Avenue, which is access to the Evanston Park and office campus. The Wasson Way corridor and two light rail lines would run through the site. Minor roads that would go through the development site and allow people to get off and park and then walk to the retail and restaurant areas. It's a little hard to see, but the circulation within the plaza area would be a right in, right out into this, and then one way around the plaza so that it's more pedestrian friendly, more walkable, and also be a one way leaving this area to go on to this area. Proposed land use, this would be office, the blue, the orange would be mixed use. The yellow is residential, brownstone residential apartments. This red right here would be a restaurant. The gray is parking garage, is a four-story parking structure. The purple is the area with the platform and station shelter where people would board the transit. In between the office buildings is a one-story garage with one story below underground with green space park on top of it, which would be accessible by these through the second floor of these buildings. Some of the data regarding the proposed buildings. The parking structures, approximately 122,000 square feet. The residential brownstone apartments, 2 stories, approximately 54 units, 81,000 total square feet. Commercial restaurant would be 1 story, approximately 2,300 total square feet. Mixed use, first floor restaurants, bars, and retail. Then the second through fourth floors would be student apartments or just regular apartments. And the office would be 3 stories with 1-story garage and an underground garage, 1 level underground. So here's my urban design site plan and some of the goals of the site plan that I want to do. So first, make a place, create like this plaza where people a destination where people can go and enjoy bars, restaurants in an area, possibly shut down the streets for events, or this area. Second major idea is to improve access between Norwood and Evanston. Instead of having to come all the way around Montgomery Road to get to Dana Avenue from Norwood, this would allow drivers to come through. Use of green infrastructure, that's just with the landscape park above the garage in between the offices. I want to enhance the landscape all throughout the site through streetscape improvements, strengthening the Dana Avenue corridor, making it more pedestrian friendly to cross. Minimize parking visibility was part of my idea of the site plan. So, for instance, parking regarding the Brownstone Apartments. There's landscape screening. In this area as well, there's landscape screening with the parking garage and architecture features that make it more aesthetic. And as I mentioned before, strengthen the Dana Avenue corridor. So this was my 3D modeling for axonometric view. This is the proposed buildings are in white and the existing buildings are in gray. This major building is the existing Capstone office park structure that exists. These buildings are in their plans. This is the parking garage structure. Mixed use buildings right here, here, here. The brownstone apartments here, here, and here. And then the office buildings right here with the green part. So my precedent examples, this case study is in Hayward, California. It's called the South Hayward Transit-Oriented Development. It's a mixed-use redevelopment of a 4.3-acre infill brownfield site. The development was aimed to attract a younger population close to a campus market. Reflects the same target population and character as Dana Commons. Same stories. Creates like this plaza area which leads back here to the transit that exists. So in that sort of essence, it's similar to my design. Use of trees and green space. The second TV precedent example is the Lynx Blue Line transit-oriented development in Charlotte, North Carolina. This case study relates to my Brownstone Apartments, same style, and it's also right along the proposed rail and bike path that exists with Wasson Way. As you can see, the trail runs pretty much right next to these apartments. And my third and last present example is the Forest Hills Transit-Oriented Development in Jamaica Plain, Boston, Massachusetts. It's a mixed-use development of a 2.8-acre industrial site with buildings ranging 3 to 5 stories. So it kind of relates to my site where the site was previously industrial manufacturing. This case study, the development puts a special focus on landscape enhancements and improving walkability, such as what I'm trying to do with the Dana Avenue corridor. Shares similar size, previous use as I mentioned before, manufacturing as Dana Commons.